Hello my geeky guys and gals, I'm your host Mars Geek. When I first started up my YouTube channel I didn't do much horror at all because I wasn't good with it. But as I slowly got into horror, I slowly became to appreciate all the things that came with horror. But most of all I've come to appreciate the indie horror scene. That has exploded, especially on PC. Now thanks to the Xbox and PlayStation networks, Xbox Live and PSN, slowly indie developers are releasing their own little games on there, but it's certainly nowhere big as it is on PC right now. So now I'd like to share with you all what I've personally found the top 5 most anticipated horror games coming, hopefully in 2016, but some of these games haven't yet been given an official release date yet, so I'm following them and I'll release news with you as soon as I can, whenever I get any information about it. But for now, these are the top 5 that I'm most looking forward to, and these are in no particular order. Number 5. Dollhouse. Dollhouse is made by Krazen Studios. Hopefully I've pronounced that correctly. In this game you play as a protagonist called Marie, who is a detective. But this game has a unique ability called Anamorph, where it allows the player to look through the eyes of their own consciousness, which is slowly tracking them down. But what is unique about this horror story is that the story itself is constructed upon the memories left in or out at the player's whim. The game revolves around a 1950s film noir style, and all the abilities that you gain as the player can be used in both single player and multiplayer experiences. But the main thing about this is each campaign is procedurally generated, so not all playthroughs are likely to be the same. Number 4. Pamela. Pamela is touted as an open world survival horror scene set in a utopian city called Eden. Pamela is an acronym though for an omnipresent AI overseer, kind of, from what I've seen in other playthroughs, is similar but not entirely like Shodan from System Shock. Why is that? Because the game itself also seems to have elements of not only Deus Ex and Fallout in terms of scavenging and crafting as well as upgrading yourself, but an omnipresent AI looking, constantly watching, seeing everything. Doesn't that seem a little bit creepy? Number 3. Relapse. Relapse is a game which I've played the demo on my channel, but this game has been inspired by games like Myst and Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Now I have been told off before by the developers of this, and I will be told off again by this video as well, but from my experience, to me it looks a lot like Outlast, and that is no bad thing. The game is set inside Arcadia Insane Asylum, an abandoned building. The player is a blogger who decides to go and investigate the asylum before its demolition. But alas, the asylum is not abandoned. As you explore, a local resident still wants to play. Using a combination of crafting elements to design weapons and tools, can you see yourself out before your life comes to a shuddering end? Number 2. Routine. Routine is made by Luna Software, and this is a horror exploration game, not horror survival. This kind of gives the impression that exploration may be rewarded to the player. However, as you explore this abandoned moon base, its robotic inhabitants remind me a bit of Soma, because they are not friendly. This is touted as a System Shock-esque kind of game, so resources are likely to be limited. So does this mean there's also an omnipresent AI in this game? Because if there isn't, who's controlling the robots? Number 1. Outlast II. And here we finally come to the big daddy of them all. Outlast II. Made by the wonderful team at Red Barrels, this game is set in the same universe as the original Outlast, but using an entirely new set of characters. The official description on the Steam page says that going mad is the only sane thing to do. Little information is known about this game, however, but from what the footage shows, could this be in the same asylum as we escaped before? So those are my top 5 games I'm really anticipating to come out as soon as they can. Now, most of the games I've got Outlast 2, Dollhouse and Pamela all shown as to be released in fall of 2016, which is just literally around the corner at the time of recording this video. The other games, however, Routine and Relapse, again at the time of recording this video, there has been no official release date, but that doesn't mean anticipation for me is high, because they all look good. Now, as soon as these games become available, I will be playing them for the channel, so keep an eye out, cause you'll never know what's going to be around the corner, ready to take your life. So thank you for watching this little video, my geeky guys and gals. Links to each of these games, where available, will be in the description below. Now, some of them will have demos, some of them won't. They'll just be information pages. So some of these games, the demos can be played, others you can't. I've not even played some of these games. I was lucky enough to play Relapse, but I've not played any of the others listed in this. So when they do come out, I will play them for your amusement. So for the time being, bye-bye for now.